In a world that moves too fast, this is your invitation to pause, to explore the space between thought and wonder, where science meets story and emotion meets insight. Here, curiosity is more than a question. It's a way of being. You found your corner of calm and contemplation. This is nerdy psychology. Stay curious, be kind, and keep your mind nerdy.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Nerdy Psychology. I'm Dr. Angel, your resident mental health professional, a blanket connoisseur, and a proud supporter of doing absolutely nothing when it's cold outside. Let me start with a confession. Every winter, I become this nesting creature. One blanket, not enough. 2, maybe 3, and then we're starting to enter into that, spiritual alignment stage. But the other day, I tried to set up this perfect, cozy moment on my couch. I had my soft blankets. I had my warm tea, my snuggly socks, and then my dog looked at me dead in the eyes. He stretched dramatically, walked around my very carefully arranged layers. He spun in circles like he was auditioning for Broadway or something. And then he flopped right on top of my blanket. This is mine now, human. So I sat there. I was questioning my life choices, my hierarchy in the household, and whether coziness was even attainable for people who have pets. Today, we're going to talk about the psychology of cozy, why humans crave warmth, softness, dim lights, and just comfort rituals, and why these small little cozy moments actually help regulate your nervous system in really meaningful and powerful ways. So grab a blanket and a warm drink and a pet who respects your personal space. Well, if that even exists. Let's nerd on out. Okay, let's start with this. Coziness is not just a vibe. It's a biological craving. And if you've ever experienced that moment when you finally sit down after a long, hard, hectic day and you pull a blanket over your lap and then your body does that involuntary sigh, that is not you being dramatic. That is literally your nervous system releasing the tension that it's been holding on to since 5:42 in the morning. You know that moment when you're sitting in bed and reading your book and you're warm and you're comfortable, and then you suddenly realize the light switch across the room is still on, and you sit there and you start negotiating with yourself like you're literally in a hostage situation or something. Like, do I really need darkness? Could I sleep with that light on? Can I train myself to sleep with the light on? Can my partner get up and turn it off? Could the dog turn it off? All because you're so cozy that you don't want to move. That right there, that frozen in place comfort, that's your brain screaming, we have worked way too hard to achieve this state. We're not moving. It's literally protesting inside of you. Your brain craves these moments because warmth and softness, they tell your brain it's safe. And when your brain feels safe, it can let its guard down and it can relax. Okay, let's nerd out a bit more. How about this coziness affects our senses? Have you ever gotten to your car on a cold morning and sat there gripping your steering wheel like, why does everything I love betray me? But then the seat warmers kick on and suddenly you're like reborn and you're like, I can accomplish anything. I could forgive people. I could get all my checklists done today. Because warmth literally triggers the nerve endings that tell your brain you're safe, you're loved. Nothing is out there trying to eat you. You're not being chased by bears, which is honestly the emotional reassurance I need every Monday morning. You know, when you put on a soft hoodie and immediately you become 30% more emotionally stable, or when you get into bed with that one perfect pillow that hits at the exact right angle, right under your neck, and you're like, oh my God, this pillow understands me better than most people. That's because your skin is covered in special touch receptors. They're called C-tactile fibers that respond to slow, gentle, soothing touch. Soft textures basically tell your brain, shh, it's time to relax. So let's take it down 3 notches. So why is it every time we walk in a room with overhead fluorescent lights, we immediately feel like we age 5 years and like lose the will to get anything done? But if we add a lamp or warm lights, and suddenly we're ready to journal and explore and think and dream. Dim lights reduce stimulation. It's the psychological equivalence of switching your phone from loud notifications to the do not disturb button. Cozy doesn't just feel good. It helps you to regulate your emotions. Have you ever had a long day full of emails and people and responsibilities, and then the second you sit on the couch in this cozy mode, your brain's like, we can finally cry now. Why? Because your body feels safe enough to release what had been holding on to all day long. Or ever notice how kids lose their minds the moments they get in the car after school? They can hold it together all day. Then the zipper breaks as soon as they get somewhere warm and soft. Well, adults are the same way. We just hide behind the phrases like, I'm just tired, or it's been quite a day, or a long day. Cozy equals emotional regulation. So when you're cozy, your brain shifts out of survival mode. You gain access to better emotional processing, more patience, stronger coping skills, actual thoughts instead of in our brain. Coziness strengthens your window of tolerance, which is the amount of stress your nervous system can take. So let's talk about how to intentionally build cozy moments that support our mental wellness. Okay, choose a spot, not your whole house, because that becomes completely unrealistic, and create it like a little sanctuary. Like a corner of your couch with a designated blanket, or a chair that might be near a window, or a little reading nook. A spot in your bedroom with a lamp and a journal. Pro tip, put your favorite sensory items there so they're always ready when you are. Sensory pairing is another great strategy. This is where we pair 2 or 3 senses together for like this maximum impact. So think of like a warm drink and a soft blanket and dim lights, or cozy socks and a lavender diffuser, or a weighted blanket and some slow instrumental music playing, or hot cocoa and peppermint essential oils nearby. And here are some good essential oils for some cozy vibes. Lavender helps with calming and reduces anxiety. Cedarwood, it's earthy, it's grounding. It helps you feel like you're in a tiny little cabin. Vanilla, it's comforting and warm and nostalgia triggering. Peppermint, it's refreshing but cozy. It's great for brain fog. Frankincense It's deep. It's warm. It's great for quiet evening rituals, just to name a few. The 2-minute cozy reset. Perfect for people with like no time, or toddlers, or overachievers, or big schedules. So, wrap anything soft around your shoulders. A blanket, a scarf, a hoodie. An emotional support cardigan. Put one hand on your chest. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. And say something grounding like, I'm allowed to slow down. Or I deserve rest. It's okay to pause. This tells your nervous system, we're doing okay. You can chill out now. Turn transitions into cozy checkpoints. When you get home, put on slippers or cozy socks. Before bed, dim lights and use lavender spray. Or morning wake up, warm your drink before checking your phone. After a stressful errand, sit in your car for like 60 seconds with your hands around a warm cup. These little rituals trick your nervous system into feeling cared for. So the next time someone tells you that you're being dramatic with your 27 blankets, tell them it's neuroscience. You're not being dramatic. You're being regulated. And remember, creating cozy moments isn't lazy. It's healing. It's self-connection. It's emotionally intelligent. I want to hear from you. What's your go-to cozy ritual? Are you the blanket burrito person, or fuzzy sock disciple, or hot cocoa enthusiast? Let me know in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with another cozy seeker in your life. Stay curious, be kind, and keep your mind nerdy. See you next week. That's a wrap.
You found your corner of calm and contemplation. This is nerdy psychology. Stay curious, be kind, and keep your mind nerdy. Nerdy.